Oh, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, just the micro patterns here from the swing low that formed on Friday, the 21st of March. Only really the microstructures. If you're interested in the daily chart, I recommend that you check out the previous video from earlier today. For me at the moment, it's interesting what's happening here really on the shorter time frame because the daily chart hasn't changed. And as per previous updates, to really get a solid 5-wave move up, we want the market move, just get one more high essentially. I'm talking about just a 5-wave move up from this low, from the Friday low. We already saw wave 1, we saw wave 2, we saw wave 3, we saw wave 4. And actually, the price has reacted perfectly to Fibonacci guidelines, and the price found support here in the area between the 38.2 retracement and the 50% retracement. And we could now be on the way higher in a 5th wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, that 5th wave as well should turn into a 5-wave move and could target 90K. I mean, ideally it goes a little higher, but I'm not sure that wave 4 was quite deep. So the 5th wave might not quite make it to 91, 92K. So around 90K, there should be some strong resistance because if I zoom out a little bit, we've got the 123.6 extension level there. Yeah, one of the main fib levels. At the moment, we're holding above 88K. Bitcoin broke above a trend line, so I'm going to zoom in now. That pullback was perfect. 3-wave move down into support. I was tracking earlier today, so with our members, this 1-2 setup. So the price rallied in 5 waves. 3-wave pullback, okay? That was only a weak wave 2 pullback, but it landed in the support zone. And then, I mean, this could be a 3rd wave. This is really just micro counting. Am I super confident about that? No. But I'd say the upside momentum has a chance to continue as long as we're holding above the last swing low here. Okay, so obviously below that, we're just falling back into the larger range. Okay, I'm tracking this trend line to keep the momentum up, and we have a breakout above this trend line. Now, that's not a great trend line. It's only 2 touch points, okay? But price seems to be breaking out. The NASDAQ, by the way, we can take a quick look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is at key resistance. So I mentioned earlier today I'd be on the side of caution here. Yeah, I'd be on the side of caution. But the NASDAQ is still pushing higher. So it's in a target area already, but we're now, the easy trade of the easy element of the trade higher is done for the NASDAQ and Bitcoin probably as well. Now it is getting messy. NASDAQ is pushing a bit higher, approaching key levels. Ideally, Bitcoin would follow through a bit. Looks at the moment as if Bitcoin wants to go to around about 90K. Just waiting now to confirm in the next pullback that this breakout is actually holding. That could happen through a retest of the line, or what stresses many people out is when this happens, okay? Because that goes, hey, below the trend line again. But that stresses a lot of people out, so give it a bit room to breathe. So yeah, those are the parameters I'm watching. We'll see how it now develops. I mean, it should go higher given that the NASDAQ is pushing higher as well, but it's reached the 100% extension here on the micro level. So it's reached resistance. Yeah, we'll see if it continues, but these are the parameters I'm watching. There is micro resistance at 88,180, 88,460. That could be the next stronger one because that is an overlap with the larger degree one here and the swing highs from this week. Yeah, so yeah, just between resistance and above a breakout line at the moment. A pullback below the trend line, we have to give it some space. So we've got this ascending trend line here that could provide support. That's been providing support throughout today. Not really a strong trend line. We've got 2 to 3 touch points there. It's at a nice angle as well. So we'll see if the market is just now broken out above this trend line. It just needs to keep going now. Just needs to keep going. That being said, is that trend line so relevant? I mean, some people might put it here. Yeah, because of the candle. I don't know, you've got more touch points there, really, roughly, or even like that. Maybe more like that. Similar. There are many ways how you can draw these trend lines, so don't be too try to be too accurate there. What often happens is that we get a bit of a fake out, a pullback, but then, yeah, if we then form a higher low, it could keep going. But the NASDAQ is pushing, so we'll see if that happens on the Bitcoin chart as well. And again, pullbacks are always needed to confirm breakouts. So that should give you a good idea of the microstructure. What I'd like to see in this microstructure is that we're now holding ideally above this last swing low when we hit the micro support area, and that we push a little higher towards 88,900, maybe in 5 waves to complete this internal third wave, and then there could be another 4 or 5 to complete this larger structure here, about which I talked about earlier today. But again, if you're interested in the bigger picture, then I would suggest you watch the previous video update. Okay, that's the update about BTC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much,